Hello friends, welcome to today's session. Welcome to Unacademy and welcome to my classes. In this session, we are going to discuss about the select clause, how it is going to be used with the different varieties of functions and different varieties of clauses like a from clause, where clause and a group by clause, having and order by clause. That is our today's agenda. Before entering into the session, let us all say our anthem that crack GATE and ESE with India's largest learning platform, none other than Unacademy. Get plus subscription and access unlimited live and recorded lectures from India's topmost educators. Dear friends, Unacademy has created a wonderful platform to serve to the dedicated students with a good content. You may use it just by taking admission into Unacademy. And myself is Srinivasrao IS, having more than 15 years of experience in the GATE with the various subjects along with industry experience. Friends, throughout my journey of GATE, I taught in many premium academies with a high success rate. Many of my students got completed their post graduation from India's topmost institutions. You also can get just by clearing GATE examination. So to clear the GATE examination, there is a requirement of proper guidance, tips and shortcuts. Unacademy is going to provide these tips, shortcuts and guidance to you once you become a subscriber into Unacademy. There are two types of courses. One is a plus, the other one is a iconic. So if you become a subscriber in either of this plus or iconic batch, then you're going to be given a dedicated lectures, live lessons like quizzes, mock sessions, and many other things which are useful to crack your GATE examination. According to Iconic subscription, the Iconic inbuilt has got a plus program, and apart from that, it's one of the feature is a 1:1 personal coach. So this is one of the highlightable feature where you're going to get 1:1 dedicated lectures. So according to the plus subscription, so these are the different varieties of subscriptions. So use my referral code to get the admission into Unacademy. The 12 months can opt in by fourth year students and 18 months can pay for second and third year students and first year students and second and third year students too can apply for super long term. Once you took the super long term, you're going to see that multiple lectures, multiple number of times you can able to get from the different faculty members. So after using my referral code, then you're going to get a maximized concession apart from my guidance. So these are the final prices. So use my referral code to get the admission into Unacademy. According to Iconic subscription, these are the two varieties of the subscriptions. My referral code is also eligible to you unlock it. So unlock my referral code, then you're going to get maximized concession. Friends, my referral code is not only for GATE and ESE, it is also eligible for any kind of course which is there in Unacademy's portal. Friends, let us start. So when you talk about the structured query language, so we know that the very important point is that it is a non-procedural and it is a structure oriented and it is in the form of commands. And now according to this structured query language, it is in the form of different kinds of commands like this. And you see that these are the different flavors of the languages which are a part of your non-procedural language like SQL. So in this session, we are going to learn about query language. So that is nothing but a data retrieval language which we are famously used in one of the command called select clause. Now you see, when you talk about the select command or a select clause, it is going to be used with the different kinds of clauses. So select is the keyword. You may use any kind of these options like a star, like a distinct, like a all, like a column, like expression, anything you may use it. And you may use a single table instance or multiple table instance, no problem. And next one is, this is your first clause. And the second one is you're having a from clause. So in from clause, you're having a different kinds of schemas. You may use a single schema or multiple schema. And the third clause is a where clause. And the fourth clause is having and group by. So group by clause and having clause, group by followed by having, and the last clause which you are speaking, that is order by. So order by is your last clause. So these are the clauses you may use your data retrieval languages. So friends, I am going to discuss each and every clause in this session elaborately, because select clause in examination you are going to get select clause with either joins or subqueries. Therefore select with the join you need to learn, or select with the subquery you need to learn. Sometime all three, select, joins and subquery together may be the question which is asked in this last 2020 GATE question. So compulsory question, select clause. So you need to learn the select clause well with joins and subqueries. Now you see, I'm going to take the database of employee. So this is the database I want to use throughout this lecture. So let me start with the first one example with your select clause. So I'm talking select asterisk from M. So there are three statements are there in this. First, I am using a select clause. Second, I am using a from clause. And third, I am using a base table. And asterisk is your one of your operator. So what is your answer according to your database? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 columns, because select is going to provide all the columns. It's nothing but a selection, all columns it is going to provide, and it is also going to provide all rows. Therefore, dear friends, what is your output? Your output is number of columns is equal to 7 and number of rows is equal to, if you look at 10 rows. So this is one of the basic example. Now you see the second example I'm going. I say select distinct of employee number from EMP is your base table. This time expression got changed. So it is going to give you a distinct employee number. If you look at the database, all the employees numbers are unique. So your output is 10 rows as they're all unique. If I use something like select unique of salary from EMP. So I'm using employee table instance. If I'm using that, select unique sal from EMP, then you see that how many unique salaries are there. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 salaries are unique: 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, and 1000. Remaining are redundant. So according to that, it is going to give you all the values: 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, and 1000. So this is how about getting unique salaries. So if I change the expression, I'm using expression like this: select unique of your commission from EMP. So this is a very important query. So when you are asking commission, unique means 100 is a unique, 200 is unique, 300 is a unique. So we all may guess that 100 and 200 and 300. But the result is you're going to get a null is also treated as what? Unique. So this is one of the very good query. Now I want to call an expression like this. So select sal from EMP. When I say select sal from EMP, naturally select may consist of what? A duplication of data. Select may consist of duplication of data, whereas relational algebra select is going to eliminate what? Redundancy. But here it is going to give you duplication of data. So if you look at that, 5, 6, 5, 7, 8, 9, 6, 7,900, you are going to get your output with all the 10 rows, because it inbuilt displays what? Redundancy of data. This is another one. I can write an expression. How I can write an expression? Some people will call that select a sys date from a dual. So it is going to give you the current date. So this is an expression I have written. This is an expression which I am not using your table. I am using a dummy table called what? A dual. So if I call according to this database, if I call select sal plus 100 from employee. Yes, this is also an expression. You're going to see that the plus 100 of your salaries are going to get. First guy 600, second guy 700, third guy 500, and it goes on. This is another example where you can write an expression in this form. So if you listen, so normal select we understand. Now if I say something like this, so select with where I want to use. So when you use select with the where clause, now you see select asterisk from EMP where your sal greater than something like 700. Now here what is going to happen? The first select clause is going to execute at 10 rows. So all these 10 rows are being applied a condition onto this. So among the 10 rows which are having a greater than 700, if you observe, this guy will come and this guy will come, and this guy will come, and this guy will come. So we understand there are 4 rows. Your output is a what? 4 rows. You may use them. This is one of the point. Now, what are the different kinds of operators are there while you are using where clause? When I am calling a where clause, your where clause is called as a what? Filter clause. Your where clause is called as a what? Filter clause. And this where clause can be used. Where clause can be used for rows, row conditions, and where clause can also be used single row function conditions. Conditions on single rows. This is also correct. So these are the 2 important rules in your where clause. Where clause is eligible to do filtering of your data and can also be used to provide a row conditions as well as single row function conditions. So in order to use your where clause, there are certain operators we supposed to use. So what are the operators we supposed to use? These are the different operators we are using. The first operator is equal to, second operator is not is equal to, so greater than is equal to, lesser than is equal to, greater, lesser, ending, or end operator, or operator, and not operator. And inbuilt we are also having SQL operators like between and, in operator, like operator, is null, and is not a null operator. So these are the operators we are using while executing what? SQL queries with a select clause. Now, according to this output, according to this input table, we want to do some of the operators on this table. So let me execute first operator. I'm saying select asterisk from, please observe every query what I am writing, asterisk from emp where sal greater than 500 and department number is equal to 10. So 2 conditions I am using. So star is going to give you all rows and all columns, where sal greater than 500 when I say, then you're going to see that this guy will come and E4 is going to come 5 and 6 and this guy and this guy and this guy, this guy. Except E1 and E3, everybody is going to come. Now we want to cross check the second condition because end operator means the left hand side condition, right hand side condition to be true. Then only output is going to be retrieved. So we got there are 7 rows are come. All these 7 rows are belongs to department number 10. So first guy is not belongs. Fourth guy, he will come. So he will not come. He will not come. He may return. He will not come. He will not come. He may return. Finally, you will get E4, E7 and E10 is your answer. E4, E7, E10. 2 conditions are satisfied. What is that? Their salary is greater than 500 and they are all working in department number 10. So this is how you can use ANDing among 2 conditions. So if I am taking another example, select asterisk from employee where commission is equal to null. When you write a query like this is going to give you error. Why it is going to give you error? You cannot represent a null values in this fashion. So what is the real-time operator to that? The first is correct. The select asterisk from EMP. Then I am saying in such a way where commission is null. So you want opposite to this? You can write opposite that select asterisk from EMP where commission is not null. So this is how you can represent your null values either this fashion or this fashion. According to is null, who are the is null? This guy will come, this guy will come, this guy and this guy, which means 4 rows are going to come from this and 6 rows are going to come from this. So any doubt you may chat with me. Right now I am also online. So earlier classes I could not be online due to some problem. So you can chat with me. Now, if you look at again this database I'm going to use a different operators now. So what is the operator I want to use? So select right now I'm working with asterisk only. Select asterisk from M. Now what is the condition? Filtering condition where your cell greater than is equal to 500 and cell lesser than is equal to 800. If you look at this example, so what is the output? It should be greater than is equal to 500 and it should be lesser than is equal to 800. Now you decide this query 1 is equal to this query 2. I am writing this query in such a way. Select asterisk from M where sal I am using a between 500 and 800. My question is query 1 equal to query 2? Anybody can chat with me? Can query 1 is equal to query 2? So the answer is we will say as it is giving greater than is equal to 500 and as it is giving lesser than is equal to 800, but I am asking between 500 and 800. We all think that this is no, but this is yes. Both queries are going to return the same. Both queries are going to return the same. That is the power of what? Between. It is implicit inclusive. Now, that is implicit inclusive. Now we want to go for a different operator. Please listen every operator which I am explaining. I am saying as So asterisk I am using, where DNO in 10 comma 20. So in is nothing but either or. So in is nothing but either or. Therefore, friends, you observe carefully what is your output. So an employee department may be a 10 or maybe a 20. Therefore, your answer is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They all belongs to either 10 or 20. So our answer is 7 rows you are going to get. I can write the same query in another style. This is your query 1. I am changing the style now. So this is how the examiner is going to put you pressure to identify it properly. Where DNO equal to either 10 or a DNO equal to 20. So what is our answer? The same answer you're going to get. So here also you're going to get 7 rows. I can say that query 1 is equal to query 2, no doubt. Any doubt you can ask me. Now, if I am calling reverse, select asterisk from M, where a department number not equal to 10 or department number not equal to 20. Now you see, this is your query 1 and this is your query 2. So I'm writing opposite to the previous query only. Earlier I have written equal, now I'm writing not equal. Select asterisk from M. I'm giving you a query where DNO opposite I'm writing and not in the list. In is verifying with its list of elements which are there in the braces. Now you see, and not equal to 10 is asking finally, is Q1 equal to Q2? So is Q1 equal to Q2? Let me explain. As DNO not equal to 10, that means you look at your database, not equal to 10 means maybe not 10, it may be any other. Therefore, what will happen? So this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 rows are going to come according to the first one. This will give you what are the rows? E2, E3, E5, E6. And two other rows are there, E8, E9. Plus department number not equal to 20. So not equal to 20 means it is a other than 20. So you will get 1, 2, 3, 4 other than 20. And this and this and this. So you are going to get these rows. So 1, 3, 4, 6, 7. And a few other are there, 9 and 10. They are all other than 20. So union them. OR is nothing but union. While you are doing a merge, you eliminate the duplicates between them. So E2, E3 is already present in this list. Therefore remove. E5 is not there. E6 is in this list. E8 is in this list. E8 is not there. E9 is in this list. Finally, how many rows you are going to get? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Your output is according to this is 10 rows. But when you look at the query 2, So department number not in 10, not in 20, not in 10, not in 20 means not in 10, not in 20. So you're going to get what? Only 30 department. So how many rows you are going to get? Only 30 department if you speak. Then you're going to get. So 1, 2, 3. That's it. E3, E6 and E9. So we confirm this is not equal. So this is how you can write using not or end operators. Now I want to go for one more example. Please listen carefully. So I'm writing a statement now. Select sal from EMP where sal greater than 1000 or department not equal to 10. So please tell me what is your output from the previous database. What is the query? Sal greater than 1000. Anybody is there? So sal greater than 1000, nobody is there. But the second condition or means either of the condition you can satisfy. Either this true or false or this can be true or false because I am using or standard. As this condition returns 0 rows, I am checking the second condition. What is the department number not is equal to 10? When you say department number not is equal to 10, so these guys are not going to be called. And the rest of the data you're going to see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Your output from this condition is 6 rows. Finally, your outcome is 6 rows. Okay. Now, if I ask a query, select employee number, comma salary, comma commission from EMP. If you call, then how many columns you are going to get? As many columns you are calling, they are all going to get as your output. And how many rows you are going to get? Your number of rows according to these 3 columns are being called as what? 10. So far we learned about operators and we are also learned where clause and we are also learned from and select. Now we want to apply further, that is order by. So order by is going to provide sorting. It is also called as a sorting clause. So when I am calling order by, I am calling as what? Sorting clause. The default order in your sorting is ascending. So in this you need to also can able to use null values, no doubt. If you use null, how it is going to respond, we also want to discuss. Now I'm calling the data from instance, select asterisk from EMP. I say order by sal. When you call order by sal, then lowest to highest as the default order is ascending. Therefore 500 wala will come first, 500, 500, then 600 guys will come first. Finally it goes to 1000 wala. This is how all your records are shuffled according to the ascending order of what? Your salaries. If I call descending, I say select asterisk from EMP. I'm calling as order by sal DESE. So it is nothing but descending. Now, what is your output? This time 1000 guy will come, 900 guys will come, 800 guys will come, and it goes on to the last guy, that is 500. And if I call, so this statement you might be known. Now I'm going to give you your order by in different way. When I call, select a asterisk from M. So I say order by 5 DESC. So this is the example. So what is the 5? So you may guess that it is a syntax error, but no, it's correct. This 5 indicates fifth column. You may also call order by using a column number. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 is a commission. Therefore, it is going to give you your data based on commission in descending. So commission has got null values. Therefore, what will happen? So nulls, unknown values. Then after that, your highest to lowest commission is going to be displayed. So 7. First highest commission is 300. The next 200 guy, next 100 guy. So this is how you're going to get order by with some column numbers like this. I can also use an alias. If I call select employee number as E, comma, sal as S from EMPE, or directly you can take EMP, I'm calling order by S DESC. This time it is equivalent to order by sal DESC. So it is going to call. So salary in descending order, it's exactly like your previous query. So it is going to give you sal in descending order. So you can also call it order by using a column name, using a column number, using a column alias. Now I want to go for, by learning this basic knowledge, I'm going to a function. So what is a function? It is predefined entity or program. So we may use all these functions while writing your queries. Now I'm writing, there are two varieties of functions are there: single level, multi-level. Multi-level is called group function. Multi-level is called multi-row functions. Multi-level is called aggregate functions. These are all the names of your multi-level. Now what is the difference between them? The single row functions executed on each row and gives output for every row. As there are n input rows are there, then you are going to get n input n output result. So I want to show you like this. How I want to show, please listen. So right now I'm working with single row function. A single row function is executed on your a group of rows which consist of a row 1, which consist of row 2, which consist of row 3 of your table. So when I execute the single row function, then it is executing on n rows, no doubt. It is executing on n rows and it is going to give you n output. This is what about single row functions. So there are different varieties of single row functions like a length, like ASCII, like a in string, like a substring, like a concat, like a months underscore between, and add underscore months, many other. These are all comes under into single row function. According to Oracle, I'm speaking. And now, if I'm calling multi-row functions, how it is going to be done? I said it is called as aggregation. That means only one row per group of input rows, per group of input rows. So very most important area, compulsory question in the competitive examination, multi-level functions. How is to be done? So I will call our multi-row function which is executed on group of rows, row 1, row 2 and row 3. And as it is like single row function, it is executing on a group of rows, but it will give you aggregate result. That's nothing but only one output statement. So when you get a situation like this, that's why it is called as what? Aggregate functions. There are different aggregate functions like sum and average and a count and a count asterisk and a minimum and a maximum. So we want to learn about these functions. These are all group functions only. So when I'm calling a group function, there are two important rules you need to follow. One rule is any number of group functions can be used. And the second one is group function cannot use with column, and group function cannot used with single row function. If you use that, you're going to get error, that rows mismatch error you're going to get. That's why don't use a group function along with this. You can use alone, any number of group functions can be used, but you cannot make a together use the column and the single row function with your group function. Now I'm going to call on your database this group function. So this is your database. Now I'm calling a group function. I say select count asterisk comma minimum cell from EMP. So what is your output? You are going to see this and this together as a print. Count asterisk telling you that how many number of rows it is executing on row num. So there are 10. Only one output only you are going to get per group of input rows. So 10 rows are there. I am asking a count. It is going to give you 10. Minimum salary among them. Everyone, if I compare, the minimum salary is 500. So count is a 10 and minimum salary is a 500. Now if I say select count of cell, how many guys are earning salary? That's the query of this. How many guys are earning salary? All the guys are earning salary. So there are 10 guys who are earning salary. Therefore, your output is 10. 10 is your count of salary. Now if I call another example, select a count of commission earning guys. How many guys are earning commission? The output, we will call it as, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. 6 guys are earning a commission. Group function is going to ignore the nulls. It's not going to consider nulls, so it is going to ignore null values. Therefore, you see that the output is going to be a 6. So if I call one more example over here, select average of your commission from M. This is a very famous question, very important one which I am discussing right now. So when I am calling average of commission, so it is going to take the values which are there in commission: 100 plus 200, 3 plus 104 plus 3, 7, 8 and 9. 900 divided by, as I told you, group is going to ignore nulls. Therefore, what is going to happen? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to consider. So it is 150 on an average you're going to get. So this is how you may call average function. If I'm calling one more example over here, I say select average of distinct salaries from EMP. So the output is, first you find the distinct salaries. How many distinct salaries are there? One is a 5, 600, 700, 800, 900 and 1000. These are the distinct salaries according to our database. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1000. Remaining redundant only. So I want to find the average among them. So sum them and divided by that number. So divided by 6 is your answer. So if I call one more query, select average of distinct commission from EMB. So this is also a very good example. First you find a distinct commission. What are the distinct commission? If you look at the database, distinct commission is so 100, 200, 300. So 3 values including a null. Null is also going to call. So we can understand that it is giving you 100, 200, 300 null. So when you send these values to average function, so it is going to take 300 plus 300 is a 600 divided by 3. You know why. So the answer is 200. So this is also one of the very good example for your campus interviews. Now, if you look at our database once again, I'm going to give you one more query. Select count of commission plus 100 from EMP. So what is the output? So count of commission from plus 100 from EMP. Count of commission means how many guys are earning commission. 1, 2, 3, 4. So how many guys are earning commission? Let us cross check. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It is giving you 6 is a count of commission. And I am saying that plus 100. This is another style to write the query. If I write the same example like this, select average of commission plus 100 from EMP. You know average of commission is nothing but, let us sum it, 100 plus 200, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9. 900 divided by 900 divided by 6. So 150 plus 100. Your final value according to that is a 250. This is another style to use. So now what I want to use? I want to use your group function with where clause. So where and group function, I will use it. Observe carefully. When I am called, select count to star from M. Now where clause I am keeping filtering where sal greater than 700. What is your output? How many guys are earning greater than 700? That's what the question. How many guys are greater than 700 salary? 1, 2, 3, 4 guys. So you will get that answer is a 4. So this is how you may use a where with your group. Now if I call as select average of commission from EMB where commission is null. Just give me output. If you can do this, you are very good. What is the output of this? Average of commission where commission is null. Anybody? Those who are online, please send your output to chat. Average of commission where commission is null. This is your database. Select average of commission where commission is null. So you just give me your output to this query. Select average of commission where commission is null. Now I want to call having clause. So what is having clause? Perform conditions on group functions. Perform conditions on group functions. So whenever you want to perform conditions on group functions, you may use having. The thing is that many of the people will argue, why are you using having alone? Yes, we can use. This is your 2012 GATE question. Having clause can be used alone. Can be used without group by or can also be used with group by. These two ways you can use your having, but the main use, you will say the meaningful in your having clause with group by only. So having clause is a meaningful when we use with the group by. Okay friends, but you may use individually also, no problem. So let us take our database and let us go execute having. I say select count star minimum of salary from employee instance having count star greater than 10. See the beauty of this query. The count star will give you a 10 and minimum salary it gives you a 500, and condition I am checking that having your count star is nothing but 10 is not greater than 10. The query becomes a false. Then you're going to get no data. This is how you can able to perform conditions using having clause on the group functions, only for group functions only. So if you want me to write another query, I will write because many are asking. As I said, select average of salary, comma, maximum of commission from EMP. I'm writing a having your maximum of commission must be greater than 200. Let us cross check with the database your maximum of commission greater than 200. Yes. So maximum of commission is 300. So this 300 is greater than 200. The condition is true. When condition is true, it is going to print these two statements. What is that? Average of salary and the maximum of commission. So maximum of commission 300. You calculate the average of salary and you will get it a what? Answer. So if having returns true, then we will understand that the query is a success. Otherwise, the query is not success. And the last one is group by. So group by is used to filter, is used to provide clusters. is used to provide clusters of data. So group by can be used on a single column or multiple columns. Okay. So how the group by is going to perform, I will show you. Just look at this. Another point, a column which is used in select along with a group function must be used. This is also one of your previous GATE question. Must be used in group by. But reverse. What is it reverse? A column which is used in group by may or may not be used in select. So how will you write a queries using group by? Please listen. So the question arises like this. Find a number of employees are working. Find a number of employees are working in department number 10. And 20 and 30. So you can write a query in such a way, but what is the output you are expecting? Output I am expecting department number wise is a count of employees. So 10, how many are working? 20, how many are working? 30, how many are working? In 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 employees are working. So in 20, how many? So 1, 2, 3 employees are working. 30, 3 employees are working. So altogether it is a 10. So you want to write a query like this, clustering, then I can write in such a way that select a department number, comma count asterisk from M and do the clustering on this column. So I'm saying group by DNO. That's it. This will give you exactly this output. So if I call another one, find a number of employees are working. Find a number of employees are for each job. Or for each job means the output we are expecting job and number of employees. So clerk, how many employees? Salesman, how many employees? President, how many employees? Analyst, how many employees? So clerks, how many? So first it is going to take a unique values. There are 4 to 5 unique values are there in the job. Clerk, manager, salesman, analyst, salesman, clerk, president, analyst. So one more guy is there, that's called manager. Now you see that how many clerk employees are working and how many salesmen are working. Clerk, so 1 and 2 and 3. 3 clerks are there. So how many salesmen are working? So 1 and 2. 2 salesmen are working. How many presidents? Only 1. How many analyst employees? He is analyst and he is also analyst. Two analysts. And how many managers? So one manager is also manager. So two managers. That's it. This is how it is tried to filter data total all together over 10 rows. Friends, this is how to write your select clause. Now I am mixing having and group by together. Please listen carefully. I am going to mix having and group by together. Say therefore, you will understand what's exactly both together works. I call select DNO, comma, number of employees, count star, from M, group by D number, having count asterisk greater than 2. What is the meaning? So you see that find the departments which consist a minimum of 2 employees. That's the output. Find departments which consist minimum of 2 employees. So what is our output? I have given a query. I am giving you output. First it will call you department number. Then it will call you count asterisk. So department number 10. How many employees? In 10 there are 4 employees. In 20, how many employees? In 20, so 1, 2, 3 employees. And in 30, only 3 departments are there. In 30, how many employees? So 1, 2, and 3 employees. Perfect. Now you see, if I change this query condition to 3, please understand, small change. So from here to here, this is your result. On this, I am applying a count condition such that you tell me 4 greater than 3. Yes. So your output finally, the department has got minimum 3 employees is a 10 because there are 4 employees are working. So this is not come because they are not greater than 3. Finally, you will get one row as your output. So this is how you can call the group by with having together. Okay, friends. In the next session, that is tomorrow 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. solid session, I'm going to discussing that is joints. Don't miss any of my DBMS classes. And the questionnaire, as I told you, I'm going to do in the special classes. All of you, those who are attending the lectures, download Unacademy Student Learning app. It is freely available. And you join to my sessions. My name is Srinivasrao. You will find there. So Illapu S. Srinivasrao, you will find it. And see that there are some special classes I kept, and I'm also going to do in future special classes on DBMS. Please attend and acquire the knowledge, share the knowledge to all your friends, and benefit out of these lectures which are offering by Unacademy. And stay tuned to Unacademy, stay tuned to my classes. Thank you for all your support. Any queries you can chat with me. And tomorrow 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. the session is on joints like a natural joint and all other joints we will discuss. Thank you very much.